In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to compute the interquartile range, and we're going to do that by working together on this problem, in which we are given a sample of 22 people with the number of jobs that they had in their lifetime, and the question is as simple as to find IQR. So the way we find IQR is by finding Q3 and subtracting Q1. But what does really IQR represent? We previously learned how to find the 5-number summary, which is simply a list of all quartiles, Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And quartiles are percentiles, and we use quartiles and percentiles as an alternative to z-scores. So z-score allows us to create one interpretation of what the average is, that is anything within one standard deviation from the mean, or anything with the z-score between -1 and 1 will be interpreted as average. But percentiles is a whole different way of measuring position of a observation, and therefore the idea of average and outlier has to be redefined. So IQR tells us kind of the width of what we'd consider middle class. This is your middle 50%. So middle class is redefined under these measures, and we simply consider middle 50% to be the middle class, and the width of that middle class, or the width of what we would call the average, is what we call IQR. So IQR is this width. IQR is this width. So it's the distance from Q1 to Q3, and therefore this formula makes perfect sense. So in order for us to find the IQR, we need to find Q3 and Q1. To find the Q3 and Q1, we probably want to arrange the data in order, which it's already done, and we need to start looking for the median. And in a data set with 22 observations, the median will be the average between the 11th and 12th observations. So let's count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the average of these two is the median. So Q2 is 10. Now that median divides the data set into 2 halves. So it's right here. This is our median. So we have 2 halves now. This is the lower half, right here, and this is the upper half. Everything above that value will be the upper half. So the average, the mean of the bottom half will be Q1. So the bottom half has 11 elements, and therefore the sixth element will be the median of the bottom half, which is one of the definitions of Q1. So notice how we have bottom half of the bottom half is 5 elements here. Upper half of the bottom half is this 4 together with this 1. So these 5 elements. And similarly, we find Q3 by finding the value that divides the upper half into 2 halves, each having 5 elements. So this will be the bottom half, the bottom 5 of the top half. This is our middle, and this is the upper half of the upper half. So this is your top quartile. So Q1 is 7, Q3 is 13. Might as well find Q0 being the smallest element, 5, and Q4 15. Again, I want to remind you that there are many ways of computing percentiles and therefore quartiles. I'm using the definition of quartiles as Q0 being the smallest, Q4 being the largest, Q2 is the median, dividing the data set into 2 halves, and Q1 being the median of the bottom half, Q3 being the median of the upper half. That's how I define these quartiles. And now we're ready to finish the computation. Q3 is 13, Q1 is 7, 13 minus 7 is 6. So the IQR is 6. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you want to try a similar question, look for this link in the description of the video.